Well, hello everyone, welcome to my stream. This is like the first stream ever, and I'm bit like boomer when it comes learning new stuff, so don't judge me that much. I know there could be some mistakes, but we will see. As you can see, I'm trying this layout. It's called chatting, but whole this morning I have tried to set it up just to show on the side, but YouTube was not working properly. But on the upcoming stream we will have a chat. So today we gonna hack Epic Games program. Not hack, but do live recon. For live hacking, I'm considering to do it separately, privately on Discord server, because if I show too much maybe while doing hacking, uh, YouTube might not like this, and I heard some horror stories that some accounts were suspended for that, and even like if I'm using Recon and I can accidentally leak something, it could be an issue. So have this in mind. So in that case, I will have live hacking tomorrow. Yeah, it's pretty similar time. So yeah, and of course I will have Q&A session during this live stream, but maybe in the middle or at the end. So yeah, because right now everyone is interested in Recon. Let's do Recon first. So without further ado, let's start. So can you hear me well, guys? I'm just checking the chat as well. Probably. Okay. So first, whenever you start hacking at a program, you always what you should do is check their policy, check the program description, because there are certain things that should really matter. For instance, response efficiency is very important. As you can see, on average we respond within the same day, so it's pretty good. I've seen some programs that usually responds in 1 or 2 weeks, like first response we trash in 1 month and like give award in like more than 1 month. So in that case, avoid those programs. Of course, they could pay well, so there could be a different story, but still, you want to hack ideally on those programs which has nice response rate. So this like the first thing what I should look in the program, because even though the rewards could be high, but if they do not respond, that means that that program is almost dead. So yeah, rewards is the second thing. I see they have pretty nice reward ranges. Generally I look for a medium. It should be like 500 or even more, and high and critical should be 3k highs, and critical should be even more. So that's pretty good for me. Sometimes they do have like different tables, as you can see here. For third-party services, they have different kind of ranges, but still 2 to 5k for criticals, it's very good. uh, Other stuff, program statistics. As you can see, this program launched like 3 years ago. It's still pretty fresh considering that this target is pretty big. It will be my first time doing bug bounties on Epic Games, so I will learn something probably for myself as well. So program statistics, having in mind that this program is 3 years when we went public, total bounties is pretty high. It means that it's big program and they are introducing a lot of features in it. So the more developers working on new features, the more bugs will come. Even though if it's like tested a lot, still the more bugs are coming. And last report result, this one is pretty interesting, 3 days ago. So it means still new findings are coming to this program. And bounties paid in like 90 days. It's pretty high. So it's worth giving a try. Other things what you should also check for, even before starting to do testing, is reading policy program rules. Those are pretty generic usually, but sometimes they will add some sentence what you should pay extra attention. Sometimes they would require you to set certain header. Yeah, they require to set up this kind of header. It will be more applicable when I do live hacking, but right now as Recon goes, it won't be really necessary. And yeah, this one, sec test account, should be included as well in your username. So keep this in mind. What else? What else? Bounty examples. This one is also pretty good to look for because reading this, you could understand their threat modeling. And by threat modeling, I mean the vulnerabilities that they actually consider worth looking for. And also, I would also like to check out of scope. Since if, for example, you're one of that type of hackers who looks for client-side issues like XSS, CSRF, and things like that, sometimes there are some programs that won't allow XSS vulnerabilities at all. Like I've seen a lot of programs like that, and I've been in the Treasure side as well. So you won't believe the Treasures receive so many reports which have a lot of vulnerabilities that program would have out of scope. So yeah, so in this case XSS only affecting all browser versions, so that's okay, we can find XSS. And what else? Automated scanners are not allowed, but it doesn't mean that you can't do like content discovery. Clickjacking is usually out of scope. Outdated software, okay. Yeah, so misconfigured headers. Those kind of issues about like headers are like low tier. You shouldn't report those for paid programs. If you're hunting on VDPs, it's a different story because VDPs will look pretty differently. What else? Credential stuffing. Do they have this? Credential stuffing. Okay, does not. Okay, they not allow credential stuffing. Credential stuffing is basically leaked credentials somewhere. It could be even in like darknet or something like that. There are some programs which allow actually doing credential stuffing, but a lot of programs will mention this in their policy, so you have to take a look into that. Okay, so I guess that's enough just for checking what they really care for. We care most of the usual vulnerabilities when you see bug bounty programs. We care about client-side issues, of course, server-side issues, data leaks, like PII information leaks and stuff like that. So right now we were gonna do just a little bit of recon. Usually what I start is just checking the scope as well. There are two sets of scopes with for certain vulnerabilities and scope for the assets. Let's go for assets on the scope tab, and there are like this section bounty, which is eligible or not, and sometimes it could show ineligible, but you have to read extra. In this case, it will still award you if you find critical ones. So even though it mentions ineligible here, but most likely you will get that. So using this download CSV not always will work, and using bbscope tools like bbscope, which basically downloads all the scope from all the programs, won't actually work all the time. So sometimes it's even a good thing to do it manually. So I have opened terminal right here. I will make it a little bit more bigger, maybe this one as well, and I will create a directory called YouTube and change that directory. Also make Epic Games as the project. And usually first thing what I do when I start, I will create wildcards.txt file Oh, it looks very big. Okay. So yeah, I will try. Let's try like this. Okay. So let's try adding it manually, since in this case it will most likely make sense. I will include without star. Just as the start, I will include just a few programs. Later on, I might add even more, but right now, let's add a couple of targets, maybe, okay, those. Since at the beginning, we're gonna use Axiom, of course. So, okay, maybe before adding, I will create not other terminal, maybe split this terminal and use Axiom fleet. Let's call it Epic Games and give, for example, 15 instances. And while it's spinning, I will do manual work. So it will make more sense in this case. So jelly chat. Okay. What else? Domains. Okay, those are eligible as well. Let's add those. They have pretty much a lot of stuff going on here. So let's try adding. Initially it requires a lot of manual work, but after a while you don't need to do this manually. Of course you can do, as I said, like use the tools. If you are lazy doing this, that's completely fine, but you could miss some targets as well, as I showed you before. They also allow you checking exe files. I'm not really experienced with that, but I know some people could set up in a certain way which could do which could intercept requests going to the burp proxy. So it's worth looking for. I have some experience with mobile apps, so yeah, it could be like area of interest for alternative issues as well. Okay, let's try adding those. Nice. How many wildcards do we have? Okay, 18 lines. Let's do 20. Let's do 20. Okay. So 19 and one more. Unreal Engine. Yeah, this one probably will be a pretty good one. Okay, the fleet is still spinning. I have to wait a little bit. While we are waiting, I guess I could answer some questions real quick. So feel free to ask anything. I will be ready here waiting for you to answer. Still, because we are still waiting, so I have pretty spare time right now. Okay. I see everyone is greeting. That's nice. That's nice. See some people joining still. Okay, that's cool. All right. While we waiting, what I actually can do as well, I could really do some Google dorking. So let's open Google and let's try checking the main website. Which one should be main? Unreal Torment. Okay, let's try Unreal Torment once. I use site keyword first all the time. Okay, there are just only 2 results, so it's not worth doing Google dorking. I could alternatively try this, but I guess those could be out of scope, so only 2. Let's try another one. Okay, 26. Sometimes some programs have like domains which has a lot of results and you can find some interesting stuff, so it's pretty good. Usually Google dorking is worth for those programs which has everything in scope, so it's like extra steroids on the Recon. So because you can do crazy shit like this or like this or like API or something like that, some like crazy stuff. But yeah, right now check. Okay, www, lot of www sites, it's like the main site, so I will try exclude that. This one is not so good. So Google Dorking not really work here, as we can see in this target. On some programs it might work. There are certain people who are doing Google Dorking and getting nice bounties for that, so it's worth trying at least. Once you like get familiar with the target, you will find more stuff on that. Okay, content rules, maybe try exclude content rules. Okay, just for now, let's still wait for those to initialize. Usually as the beginning, what I do is just gather subdomains and try to find some origin IPs for those subdomains for my Recon data, because those origin IPs could be very useful. They could be used for bypassing web application firewalls. Bypassing web application firewall by finding origin IP, usually findings like this by itself, it's not worth reporting if it's bug bounty program, but if it's VDF, you might give a try. Sometimes I know they could get accepted, so yeah. Okay, let's try a couple of more. Yeah, I think Google Dorking won't work on this program, so we might try alternative stuff. Not many results here, so maybe try Unreal Engine. This one should be big. Yep, this one is worth for Google Dorking, so I guess I will add this in my notes. I have my notes on the side. I don't really want to show you my notes right now because it's kind of messy. So okay, let's try exclude www. Whoa, much less. Okay, let's try checking for extensions. They have PHP, show thread. Okay, on forums they use PHP. And what else? On Academy, there are certain kind of Academy. This one is pretty interesting for checking. Okay. So they have PHP. Maybe I won't exclude www because there might be some certain sites which has www in them. You could try GSP. Okay, they don't have this. Yes, ASP, SPX. Okay, they are mostly using PHP. Huh. Okay, Google, stop that. What I will do, I will use link offer, extract all links, Control A, Control C, and what I will do, oh, Axiom have finished. I will create a file called hacking like this, txt, add the links. Some of those links are actually Google ones, so maybe it's even too big. Okay, so those are worth checking. Maps Google, policies. Okay, most of the results are trash, but those what left are worth checking. Maybe those as well, like skip. Okay, Axiom have finished initializing. So if I check with Axiom LS, there are a lot of instances. Let's use full screen. This one is my blind XSS server, but those are Axiom. I do not recommend actually to using the same account for other stuff than Axiom, since you can accidentally do some deletion, so keep that in mind. Okay, first thing what I would like to do is also, okay, the size will be pretty good. At the top, I usually open Axiom modules and have all my modules here. And usually I will use edit mode. So first command what I gonna run here is a mass. So no, modules a mass here. Yeah, so it's like pretty basic one. I'm using older version of a mass because like newest version is pretty annoying for me. So, and I will pass those wildcards for now. Of course, later on I will probably add other remaining wildcards, but for now, to keep the Recon stream little bit shorter and not people not get boring, I will only use those. So I will use Axiom scan, use wildcards, and use a mass. And I usually use a new or O flag, but right now O flag is most works best. So I could also open another tab, and if you are interested what I'm using here for the terminal, I'm using the Terminator. So yeah, it's pretty good for a certain task like splitting terminal, opening new tabs. So it's pretty good when you're working in the terminal. I really recommend it. It won't work on VPS, so keep that in mind. On VPS you probably want to use Tmux, like this. But I'm not really experienced with Tmux, so I usually use Terminator. That's how it's called. And I will also use another Axiom scan for same wildcards. And this time I will use Nano Subfinder. Subfinder, let's see, silent, all, target, and output. Yeah, so use Subfinder and use O flag for Subfinder. So it's actually pretty standard Recon flow. Everyone is doing this, but after certain stuff, I will try do something what not every people use. I won't try to do too much aggressive this time, since I don't want to leak something on the stream. I don't want for YouTube to get my account suspended, so yeah. Okay, so it's getting somewhere. Next command what I gonna use is probably either Vmore or Gao. To keep the stream shorter, this time I will use Gao. Okay, as you can see, I have a lot of stuff going on here. I use to get subdomains. I will use wildcards only on this one, not like those gathered subdomains, since this flag will also check for subdomains that is being displayed on Wayback Machine and other stuff. And those are my blacklisted extensions. And yeah, everything else is pretty standard, but there are a lot of extensions I have gathered over time. Okay, the Subfinder have finished that many results. I don't think that's enough results, but we will see after a mass will finish. A mass, of course, all the time it takes way too much time, but it's worth waiting because you might get some extra couple of hundred or even couple of thousand results. So yeah, so let's try running Gao as well. So Axiom scan, pass wildcards again, use Gao, and use O flag for Gao txt. So right now I'm just doing data collection, so nothing really interesting, watching to the terminal all the time. But alternatively, ideally, what you want to do is while those scans are actually running and collecting data, what you want to do is either do Google dorking, collect some endpoints, or maybe use Shodan as well and services like that. Shodan is very interesting to check for um, because you can leak a lot of IP addresses which could be not under web application firewall, so it's pretty interesting. So I use CN flag like this if I have certain subdomains. Let's try Unreal Engine because it's pretty huge target. So usually I start like this. I will see the results on Shodan. A lot of results like Akamai Ghost, bad request will be blocked either way. So to exclude something, I use minus symbol and I will exclude the statuses of 400. Let's try right now. We will see probably less results. Okay, much more. This one is also forbidden, so also exclude that one. Or you can do another way. Oh, there is not many results, so I guess those two work. But alternatively, you can just use 200 and that will be pretty much okay. If you have a lot of results still, what I recommend you to do, let's see with like more results. What I recommend you to do is click more and try to do some filtering. Let's wait to load. Yeah, like my favorite filtering is by HTTP title. Let's click on this, or sometimes by the port. Where is it? Port, yeah, like this one. But usually invalid URL and error, those should be excluded, so only those should be allowed. So let's try HTTP title like this. I will copy because I will use two of them, and try valid URL here. Okay, and this one again, like pasted here. Let's see. Okay, I will copy whole query and let's wait. Okay, let's use maybe not facet analysis but Shodan itself to look something interesting. Okay, Unreal Engine, blah blah blah. So a lot of IPv6 requests, I should ideally exclude those. So I don't know like how on Shodan you can exclude those, but yeah. So this is only for this wildcard, but you might want to try for every wildcard mentioned here. And like one tool what I really recommend you for investing is Shodan, and maybe yeah, Burp Suite, but I will show this while doing hacking. So I will copy this result and I will use it for another tool. You can use Shodan CLI, but what you can also use the tool called Uncover. Not this one. This one is for jailbreaking iPhone, but let's check in the GitHub. Yeah, Uncover by Project Discovery. This one is pretty good if you want to use Shodan queries in CLI. I really recommend just trying it out firstly in the Shodan and then copying the query like here and using this tool. Of course, you have to set it up at first, pass your providers. As you can see, it's not only Shodan, but you can use FOFA, Census, other tools like security trees. Not sure like if you have, yeah, there are a list of services that you can use. So you can gather a huge range of IPs that not necessarily could be under web application firewalls. So going after those, it's pretty good after like initial recon. And yeah, the mass have finished. So let's try using Uncover. Maybe I will open another tab on the site. It will be much simpler. Oh, it will give me so many results. I will need to do some filtering afterwards, but let's see. On cover, let's try checking for help at first. Yeah, you can just select search engine of Shodan with S flag, or you can use query, but it will basically try query for all of those. I just only want Shodan here, so I use on cover S and pass, and make sure you escape those flags if you're using double quotes. I will use single quotes. It will be much more simpler in this case. And there is one feature what I don't really like is like limit. Usually it limits the results, and for instance, if here I will get like 2000 results and I want to download those results to the terminal, it will only download 100 results. So you have to check that every time. So like if there will be 2000, you have to specify right here. But it won't reach over 100, so I could pass it to the sort unique. I want to use silent flag. Firstly, let's try it. We will see. It will get many IPs. Okay, those are pretty good. So ideally I want to save them using T command to the, for instance, Shodan txt file. So this one, those results will be pretty interesting to doing certain stuff. So what else I could do with those results? For those Shodan IPs, I could cat them out and try to use HTTPX. I want to use certain things like title, status code, follow redirects, silent just to not show the header, and some people are using CNAME. So I will use this one and try to pass. I will use a new right now by Tom Nom Nom. It's absolutely amazing tool for like doing CLI stuff. I will pass this one to HTTPX IPs because there will be HTTPX and HTTPX IPs file. So let's try it and we will see how many of those results. Oh, okay, wait. There is certain stuff. You can see right here, there are certain colors. And if I try to open HTTP IPs, okay, if I cat them out, but if I open with nano, for instance, I will see stupid stuff like this, and I don't want to see that. So let's try removing this. And we need extra flag. It's called NC, stands for no color. So in this case, it will be just like default terminal color, and that's it. So, okay, redirect, I don't like those because there is status 200 and redirect. That's annoying. Okay, this one might be interesting. Maintenance mode. This one might be interesting. Okay, I don't really want to open this right now since it could be some area where I can accidentally leak something. So, okay, but go to side down. Okay, but usually during the live recon I won't do too much, just in case I will open some website and it could be some kind of dashboard and without any like credentials. It's like P1 issue, so that happens and I don't want to this to happen on the live stream. So yeah, and first thing I already see is redirect URL. This one is pretty interesting for checking open redirect. There are certain programs which do not accept those. One good example is Google program, so I have to check for their policy before trying to do something. I won't do this on the stream, of course, but I will check open. Okay, they don't mention, so it's probably allowed. But of course, if you find open redirect, don't submit it yet always you have to create the impact, upgrade the open redirect to the XSS, and then later upgrade that XSS to the account takeover. So you have to work on the target afterward. Okay, so we did Google darking, we did a little bit of Shodan darking. I guess we need to get some extra IPs here. So let's do a little bit more Shodan darking. Okay, so let's try for another top level domain. We tried Unreal Engine. What else we could try? Maybe let's scroll down a little bit. I seen Epic Games. Epic Games should be big. Okay. Let's see. We would also exclude those titles. And this time it's giving much more results. So I want to filter them out by status 200. And right now it's really good example with Uncover tool. So let's try gathering it again. Okay, Uncover, yeah, right here, and pass it right here. Let's exclude this one as flag. Okay, and right now, as you remember, limit is 100, so I want 200 for instance. And the Shodan, let's this time use enu, and we will update the Shodan txt file. Okay, well, Axiom instances are still running, gathering that data, but what we are actually doing right now, we are not actually touching the target itself. We are using third-party services like Wayback URLs, a lot of other services where we're gathering subdomains using Shodan, but the whole set of servers of the target won't actually get any of our requests. Maybe just one when I opened the website, but apart of that, they haven't touched the target yet. So let's try adding more websites. Okay, this one dev maybe will be interesting as well. Okay, let me monitor the chat a little bit because I haven't checked it yet. Okay, will the live will be saved? Yeah, I will save this live. I will try editing just in case I will leak something what is not, but could be against the service, or I could leak my own personal stuff accidentally. So in that case I will just edit a little bit this live stream, and after that I will upload it to YouTube. How he deleted the whole line? What's common for that? I will just use clear command like this, or yeah, you can use certain shortcuts. The clear command deletes all the terminal, but yeah, I will use control key. Like it's ingrained in my muscle memory, so sometimes I even forgot what I type. So okay, there is only 2 servers. We can copy those manually, but we can also use the command. Okay, like this. And new to Shodan. Yeah, about personal stuff being leaked, I have noticed that I leaked some stuff in my videos, so I had to edit, watch them all again and try to edit them out, because when I click on the URL tab, sometimes I could accidentally leak my email, so that really sucks. But I want to have some certain history, because it's easy for me to remember for usual Google Docs or usual Shodan Docs. So yeah, okay, Go have finished running. Let's still wait, then it's sorting. I gonna guess it's gonna be pretty big target, like pretty big file, but we'll see. Let's try adding a couple more. Okay, Sketchfab. I think, yeah, it's the model library. Maybe what I will try to do here, like this, but let's firstly try to see here. Sketchfab.com. Okay, no results, so it's not even worth checking. Let's try this one. Please don't remove any command stuff or terminals related to Epic Games. Okay. Okay, Quixel. Let's see Quixel. Okay. Yeah, so right now the Axiom have finished running, so I don't want for it to be idling because it's 15 instances and it's still gonna cost some money, so I don't want them being lazy and doing nothing. So I gonna do some other stuff. What I usually do, I usually do HTTPX after getting the subdomains. So let's try HTTPX. Yeah, right now it's pretty simple, just no color. I will also want have title. I also want to have status code, follow redirects. What else? Let me try to check HTTPX. Okay, title, status code, follow redirects, and silent, of course, silent. Maybe add CNAME. Will you publish Recon data on GitHub? I will post it to the Discord, so don't worry. I will post some commands what I used. Maybe not 100% sure, but I will post Recon data on Discord, so feel free to join if you haven't done so. Okay, so it looks pretty good. I use Ctrl S to save those modules, and right now do another Axiom scan. And before even doing HTTPX, I want to cat emass and I want to cat subfinder, maybe sort unique, and save that to the host names txt file. Let's call it host names. Let's try cat them out, see how many results. Okay, little bit more than like from subfinder alone, so amass will gather some extra. There are certain tools that will gather you even more results, but it's like out of the scope of this stream right now, so yeah. And after a while, after like doing some live hacking, you will actually, what you want to do at the top for discovering even more subdomains is do DNS brute forcing. But I'm like not 100% sure and not like per se extra sure, so it could be pretty gray area for DNS brute forcing, so I don't want to show this on the stream. But yeah, you can check my video about it, but still it's pretty questionable, so I won't do this right now, but I might show you like on Discord. So yeah, so those host names could be used for Axiom scan as this, and use HTTPX module, and once again use oflag for HTTPX .txt, and try running again. And while Axiom is running, I also want to do shotgun stuff and gather more IP addresses this way. You can use other tools, not only shotgun, but I guess during this stream I don't want to take it too long, so shotgun by itself will be pretty much okay. Okay, Okay, let's try checking firstly how many results. Okay, quicksell.com. So quicksell.com, let's try to save it. Okay, that was pretty fast. All right, let's try httpx and try to grab 200s. Okay, do we have admin endpoints? All right, and admin with 200, not so many. Okay, even though it's showing 404, those might be interesting for content discovery, so don't be discouraged all the time if you see like this, but usually 403s I don't go after those, so I can really update this httpx to filter codes. Let's try checking httpx help grep code. Status code display, no. Match code, yeah, I want to use filter code of this one probably as the updated version. I won't use this right now, but you will get less data to work on, so it's good to do this initially. But as you can see, I usually update those modules on the go, so if you're like interested to getting my modules, it won't be the same every time. I change them a lot, so yeah. Okay, so let's work probably maybe just close those Axiom instances right now. How they usually close them, I will use this name and like escape character and the star, and I will use F flag to force. Ideally you don't want to use that flag, since you just in case you can destroy this server, but I know this might work, so I will do this. And okay, let's try collecting more targets. Okay, I think I haven't used for Quixel. Have I used for Quixel? I have short memory like fish, but okay, Quixel. Okay, maybe I will try a couple of more, and I do not actually want to spend too much time doing Recon, because if I have like 8 hours of hacking, I will only spend max 2 hours for Recon, and then following 6 hours for hacking. So usually if I have a limited set of time, I will spend less time on Recon. So, but still, let's try adding more stuff to Shodan. Firstly, double check it on here. Art station. Okay. Rocket League maybe. Let's see. Okay, Cubic Nation. Cubic Nation. Fuck, I haven't copied this one. Come on, give me some results. Okay, this one. Just one result, but still, it's worth checking. Okay, I will copy this one only. Okay. Yeah. Boom. And one more. Please, one more IP. It will be a pretty good start. Okay, this one. Okay. Not everybody. Alright. A new Shodan. Okay, so Shodan. has right now 209 results. It's pretty good start, I won't lie. But let's try Shodan. Let's try adding more HTTP IPs. So right now we have HTTP from those subdomains we collected. We have HTTP IPs from Shodan. We have Subfinder output. We have MS output. We have GAU output. What we can do right now is work on GAU output. So let's try clearing again. Add GAU. Okay, a lot of stuff is coming. How many lines do we have? A lot of lines to work on. So the couple of things what I really like to do, firstly what I will do is sort them out. It's like using this, and let me check. I will use this one. No, sort here. I will use this command. I already shown you on one of my videos. What it will basically do, it will if there is like endpoint or like host, it will only give host plus directory results. If I use free, it will give endpoint like this. So I want to have this and this. So maybe try right now like this and use T. So let's call root there's txt, and okay, it have run pretty fast. Maybe just try adding this one as well. All right, what else we can do? Okay, this one took even more time. So cat root dirs and see how many results. Okay, pretty much a lot of results. We will work on those later, but we just getting more and more data. I will close this one as well. So what next we can do, we can gather parameters what this target likes to use, and we could use those parameters later when we are trying to brute force directories, trying to fuzz for parameters. It's basically will be a word list of this target. So again, cat gau file, and I will this time use unfurl tool, and I will use, let me check, I have this command, this one. Okay, this command. All right, URLs. Oh, I will use keys, and it will give me a lot of stuff here. What I want to do, maybe try like this first. Okay, sort unique. Okay, hopefully it won't crash. Hopefully it won't crash. Okay, in the meantime, yeah, it will give me a lot of results, but I will save them as parameters.txt, and in the meanwhile I also cat that gau file, and this time I want to like separate by certain stuff. Okay, I will use case insensitivity and regex options just to check for if there are like PDF files. Sometimes those PDF files could leak some like interesting information. I have to HTTPX them and match status 200. So let's see. Okay, it's giving me some results. Before trying HTTPX, let's try to see how many results do we have, because if there is too many we could use another Axiom instance, but hopefully we won't need that. Okay, so use silent again and use no coloring and save that to the Go PDFs for later inspection. Okay, let's try running this. So those files usually could leak some interesting information. I have seen some like interesting stuff. For example, some companies have uploaded the CV of their workers' CVs. I mean, like resumes, or sometimes they could really upload some like quick setup information, which actually will have in those documents some default credentials used in certain endpoints. So it could be like initially, but it could also be as like critical finding by itself. So it's worth looking for, but you have to verify every time and check if it's truly, if you find like certain credentials on those PDF files, you have to verify if they really work, and then only then report. Okay, maybe try for docs as well. So instead of like this, let's try doc and maybe doc X. And even again, even before running, let's see how many of results do we have. 61. Okay. Oh yeah, I remembered one thing. You can actually look for docs and PDF files on Google as well. You don't need actually to specify with site keyword, like by site. What I actually mean using site and like epicgames.com, like this. You don't actually need to use this one if you are looking for those. You can use axt PDF and word like epic games at, or maybe at epicgames.com, and word like confidential, and try not Epic Games but some certain areas like Google Drive, like Atlassian wiki pages. Like, I'm just giving here ideas, but you can work on a lot of stuff, just matter of imagination. So yeah, okay, let's try getting those docs as well. Maybe try XLS once again. XLS X, this, not many stuff, docs. Yeah, so this way you can leak a lot of interesting stuff. Okay, let's try again. Compressed files. So by compressed, what I actually mean is using those. So zip, tar, gs, maybe even more, but we will see how many. Okay. And okay, couple of files. There could be not necessarily backup files, but there could be just intentional stuff. So yeah. Okay, it's taking some time. While it's waiting, I will do another stuff. So this time let's try using this one and try once again passing to HTTPX and not compressed. Let's call it backend. And before even trying to do something, let's try checking how many do we have. Okay, in this case, I might need to use Axiom. Since I have closed Axiom, I won't run this command right now. But yeah, maybe on the zip files it's similar. I had made mistake not checking that one. Okay, what else I could do? Yeah, ideally what I also do with HTTPX, I will scan some extra parts. I have another module, HTTPX Advanced, so it will check for extra parts. You can use, like for checking parts, you can use some extra tools like Nmap. Nmap works pretty fast if you set up in certain way. Yeah, you can use other tools like Napo or RESTScan. If it works for you, I do not limit yourself, but have in mind that tools won't work all your problems. The mind does. So yeah, so this probably I won't really run during this stream. I will copy this one and leave it for later. What else? What else we can check? Okay, let's see. Okay, register endpoints. Oh, of course, register endpoints. We haven't done register endpoints while doing Google Dorking, so we might want to do that as well at the end of the stream. Login, let's call login, and I have also the list. Let's check it here. Okay, sign up, blah blah blah. Firstly, again, let's see how many I have. Ooh. Let's pass it to the pipe. Okay, much less, but still pretty much a lot. Before checking, let's see what I do actually have. I have an idea. Instead of using gao.txt, I might want to check root dirs. This one might work. Okay, root dirs register. They have those as well, so I don't need some extra data, so check how many. Okay, that's pretty reasonable. Remove VCL and pass it to the login. So in terms of checking way back stuff, it will be pretty much it. I will just run this afterwards. I won't show this during the stream because setting up Axiom again will take some time. So yeah, Fortnite, Unreal Engine. So those are pretty interesting areas to check on. Let's try to do some Google Dorking as well. So let's open Google and try to do some Google Dorking again for login endpoints. Yeah, so those. Let's try in URL login. Okay, API. What's that? Okay, it's docs, so I don't want docs in this case. Login, and I don't want forums. Okay, this one they have. If I check only this one, they have not so much, so ideally I want to add those as well. So let's see, links, extract all links. Again, there is a lot of garbage results, so what I might want to do is open a login endpoints. Let's create new file, and once again I will need, okay, maybe I will save login endpoints, grep ve, only exclude Google. Okay, marketplace, like this, remove login endpoints and use nano again, paste it and save it. So you can do this like grabbing links, editing them, and leaving only those URLs what is interesting. Do this for all other stuff, and we can share the Recon data. I'm just showing how I collect the data initially. So I guess for today, let's see how many hours I'm streaming. I lost the sense of how much I'm doing live Recon. Oh, not so many. I guess it's pretty good still. Okay. Maybe let's try doing some shotgun dorking for like bigger targets. Do some extra shotgun dorking. What I might want to show, as we see, Unreal Engine or Epic Games are like the most common ones. So this time I will try to remove those and try Unreal Engine. And what I want to do actually to check organizations, because sometimes there could be interesting cases to check for IPs. So Akamai, ideally I want to exclude organizations with Amazon and organizations with Akamai. Let's try right now. Let's filter results. Amazon. Why it's showing Amazon? Alright. Okay, try adding like here, like this. And shutdown for some weird reason don't like commas. So okay, much better. Do they have their own servers? I don't see here. Okay, that's pretty interesting. Let's try copy this one and search right here. Okay, and try 200 status. Maybe try Epic Games. Maybe it will show different. Amazon MVS. It's not good for us. Let's try Epic Games. What I was trying to do is find if they have, like this, Epic Games, stuff like this. I want to filter out by this query, Epic Games. It's pretty good dork, just to gather all the IPs from using Shodan. Service unavailable. This one's not so good for us, but we could try. Top organizations, international, blah blah blah. They have this port open, but we gonna do just HTTP exports. So let's filter by this one as well. Okay, service unavailable. Maybe, not sure about those. Okay, I will add this dork again to my Shodan ones. I forgot to save it. Come on. Uncover as like this, and I want to use silent. I want to sort them out and new to Shodan maybe. Let's see. Shodan, yeah, those IPs, and pass it. All right. Okay, it's still loading. Let's see the chat. Okay, some people are requesting for me to do more live recon, but to be honest, I don't do a lot of recon, just do some initially. Maybe I set up certain commands just to like do it like on the cron job. So like doing like monitoring certain assets, what I really like to do, because like huge companies like this, they are including more and more subdomains every time. Okay, this one, those are pretty good. So we can see that those IP addresses are in the scope. What I can do as well, I could also use ser.sh. Let's try checking by the company, Epic Games, and see. Yeah, live will be saved. I will edit it a little bit and save it to the YouTube, because it actually will require do some editing, just a little bit. I have to review it afterwards. Yeah, so using ser.sh sometimes could work as well. I will show a little bit how do I use ser.sh. I like to add and symbol and use output equals JSON like this. Of course, MS and Subfinder by default are still using ser.sh, so we probably won't get any more subdomains for this case. But if you are going all in scope, after on in scope target, using org keyword will work. So epicgames.net. Not sure if this one is in scope. Let's try checking this one if it's in scope. Nope. So it's pretty gray area in this case, so I'm not sure like if I really need to check this one. Space OB. Alright, yeah. So copy this output, and with this output what you can do is use curl command with S, paste it in double quotes, and use pipe it to the GQ tool. It will curl that endpoint with JSON format, pass to this GQ tool, but it's pretty useful when like parsing that and filtering JSON data. Why it's taking so long? Because I'm using, okay, and I need to filter the results with common name. As you can see, it uses this one, so I need to use double quotes for the filtering, and those are pretty much beginning, so it will be this, and just filter common names like this. And if you use this command, it will give it double quotes, but GQ has this flag called raw. It will remove those double quotes. Yeah, and some stuff are just doing multiple times, like appearing multiple times. Epic Games, for instance, you need to sort it out as well. Yeah, see right now how many results, this many, but we can also, what we can also do is grab only those who has star, yeah. And yeah, Unreal Engine, training Unreal Engine, Quixel SE. For some reason they have this TLD. I think it was Swedish company before they acquired it, so that's why it's not showing there. Hacking out of scope is pretty gray area, so I don't do this on live stream. I know some people are saying like it's like the scope is negotiable, but some programs are could be definitely against this, so keep this in mind. Yeah, so epicgames.net is also a new one, but it's not mentioned in scope. What you can also do is just ask them if it's okay if you like find the issue on those certain domains, and if they're okay with that. You can ask that, of course, but don't try to like heavily hacking. Okay, so yeah, so those how you can use cert.sh. There are multiple other like providers where you can gather results by certificate, but for now I think it's pretty good set of results that we can start working on, as we have pretty much nice set of Recon data. Right, so yeah, so this command will work, using org command will work on like all in scope targets. What we can also do is try this and use ipinfo.io. I really like using this tool, and use it as like here and paste the company name, maybe ipinfo, sorry, this, and you can gather ASN numbers. ASN numbers are pretty good for Recon data, and after like adding it to your list, check the number of IPv4s. So let's try checking the ones we gathered from Shodan and check if there are like those. Yeah, I think those are definitely in scope. So let's copy ASN number. I will create a file called asns.txt. Let's copy asns, and let's open another file called cibers, like this. Use nano. I'm not Vim guy, sorry about that. If you are like Linux, very Linux oriented, and it triggers you, I don't know, like I will just do it's comfortable for me. So okay, so those 22s, not sure if this one in scope. Let's try gripping for those. Okay, maybe this one is questionable. I need to check that after the stream, but you don't want to hack what's not in the scope, so keep this in mind. Let's try checking for another ASNs. epicgames.com. Okay, when you see number of IPs set to 0, there won't be any IP ranges, just keep that. Epic Games again. Okay, this one is not 0, and it's number like this, so try grabbing, maybe not everything, but yeah, there are definitely this one. Let's add it to the top and add ASN number. All right. Okay, let's try adding a couple of more. Those not ASN numbers. Epic Games International. Okay, maybe. Let's check for those. Okay, again, try grabbing. Yeah, it could look pretty boring, but initially it's pretty useful to do. Yeah, so add this one and check for bit 1118. This one is questionable as well, so I will add question mark next to it. Okay, what else? As we can see, it's pretty big company because they have a lot of IPs. Not all IPs will be reachable. Those IPs could be scanned using NABO or Nmap, so keep that in mind. But you have to double verify it before doing anything, so yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, 70. This one. How I added this one? Yeah. here. I've seen some people using tools like bgp.net. It works pretty much the same as IP info, so you can use either of those tools. Okay. See this one. Yeah, others brought soft. Not sure about this one. Yeah, this one is included. Do they have this in scope? Let's try checking broad soft. What's broad soft? It looks like they have banned me after certain stuff. Let's try bypassing that using NordVPN. Let's try United away from it in this case. Oh yeah, so I have gathered some ASN numbers. It's basically only their servers, and those could be used for like scanning ports or discovering what IPs belongs to those ranges. I could use Nmap for that, but I won't scan because it could be considered intrusive. So still, again, I don't want to self-incriminate. So okay. All right. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm still like, the stream is running for a while. I think it's like more than 1 hour, so it was quite a lot of time. We gathered a lot of data. So before I go, just let me know if you have something on your mind what I could really answer. Alternatively, you can use Discord server. I will be posting the link there as well, where you can see live hacking. I don't want to be seen by too many platforms, so it should be more private. Okay, thank you for everything. When we will do, I will do live hacking tomorrow at pretty much same time as I started a live recon, so I will do like next day live hacking on Discord. I will show my screen and also explain what I'm doing, show you my approaches, like how I use certain stuff, how I do content discovery, how I search for certain vulnerabilities, what works, what doesn't work. So yeah. All right, if no more questions, I guess we can wrap this up. I hope this was too boring. Hopefully this was like pretty nice, interesting journey. I wish you that hacking will be like a nice thing to you. It won't be like hard work. I know it's hard work, but it has to be chill thing what you enjoy. In this case, if you enjoy hacking, you will stay here for longer, and I want you to enjoy the journey. So, oh yeah, I see some questions popping up, but I guess I will answer them in the chat. So, because I know my stream is a little bit laggy, I gonna wrap this stream up and answer some questions in the chat. So, have a nice day, guys. Have a nice night. Not sure where you're watching this stream from, so stay strong and goodbye.